It was 27 degrees, I think, when I tried to come take a shower. All right, so I'm getting ready to go home, and this is my third morning here, and I did not harvest a deer. So my time came to stop hunting so I could get ready to go to church. Came in, come to take a shower, and I knew it was supposed to be down below freezing, so I made sure to unhook everything from the shower, from the, what's it called, the hot tap, Jukla, I think, Jukla, something like that. Anyway, I came out here. It was 27 degrees, I think, when I tried to come take a shower, and got everything hooked back up, and it wouldn't come on. And then it wouldn't. I switched to the old handle that we had that didn't always shut off well, and it would pump, but it wouldn't heat. I finally got to thinking that maybe the batteries got cold, so replace that. Finally did get some heat. But let me show you what I've got. Ooh, sorry. Let me show you what I've got planned now. So first of all, at this time of year, at the end of every shower, we have to hang the hoses so there's no loops, so all the water can drain out, and the hot tap can drain as well. Next up is I have to take the head apart from the handle and the pump, and I went ahead and brought in the batteries, and that way plug everything back together and we have hot water. I don't know if removing the batteries was actually necessary. Part of the problem I think was the hose was empty because I disconnected the propane tank to bring it in the house, and I had to let the gas make it its way through, but I never heard the clicking noise of that automatic ignition, so I'm pretty sure the batteries got cold. So it's easy enough to pop that out and bring it inside. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, another problem we ended up having on this trip was the little buddy heater that we have. Normally when we go to bed at night, we have a fire going when it's cold. We have a fire going, but we have the little buddy heater hooked up to a, 20-pound tank of propane, and just have the pilot on. That way, if you get up in the middle of the night, you can just easily turn it on. If you're cold, you don't have to mess with stoking the fire, waking the other person up, me waking Mrs. T up. And so anyway, I couldn't get it. I mean, I got it to light, but it was just a horrible noise. It was almost gurgling and sort of a whistling noise. And I did some research, and the buddy heater is really made to run off of those small green Coleman tanks, or those small propane tanks. And apparently the bigger tanks have an oil in them that helps keep the hoses from getting brittle, and that can clog up the orifice, at least according to a couple documents I found. So anyway, I'm taking it home to clean that up, and then bought a filter that I think was just delivered a little bit ago to put on the tank. It may not stop the problem, but it may slow it down, because we only did that for last year, and we went to use it this year and it was all clogged up. Overall, a good trip. It'd have been a better trip if I could have harvested a deer or two. I think I'm going to try to take another day off this coming Friday, the day before opening day of gun season. And one last update. So the skirting on the cabin, which we love the way it looks. So in and of itself, that looks great. But this morning it was 24 degrees when I woke up. Had a fire going last night, and according to the high-low of the digital thermometer in the cabin, it had only gotten to 65 degrees inside, and it was 24 outside. Since we've been here, usually it'll keep about 10 degrees. So if it's 24 outside, it's going to be 34 inside. So the fact that it was 66 degrees, I mean, it was not miserable inside. It was chilly, but it was not miserable at all. So that is amazing. It's definitely worth the time and effort and the expense that it took to do that. Thankfully, it wasn't that big of an expense, but you know, there's still money involved. So that really did a good job. Like I said, from 24 to 66, 65, something, one of those two. But still, that's amazing. And it was very nice coming back in. I could get a fire going. I went out and hunted. I came back in, and the cabin was still, well, compared to the 20s, the cabin was way warm. So it was really nice. Anyway, thanks for coming along on this journey. We've got more stuff on tap. We've got a few things the coming weeks, so I don't know how much will be here. Like I said, I hope to come next weekend for just a single day hunt. Really would like to get some meat in the freezer. And it's not looking great of getting time down here and getting a chance to hunt. Anyway, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.